Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another First Impressions review and look at a game that came out a couple months ago on Steam, Nearly Dead. Now, I want to go ahead and thank the developer or the publisher for offering me a free evaluation key of this game. And at first look, guys, this game is very impressive, and that's what I'm hoping to show you. But it's not without a few imperfections and faults and stuff like that, and that's why the game's in early access. The game is pretty steep. I mean, if you look at the game, it's $25 in US dollars on Steam right now. Seems kind of spendy, especially when you look at it and you go, oh wow, it's a 2D game. But I do think this game has, a ton of depth, and this game definitely has enough content to warrant the price, the $25 price tag. And to a lot of people, I think this game is going to be worth every penny. First thing I want to go ahead and show you guys here is when you come into the options, guys, and you look at, it does have, it looks like it's a game maybe made in like Chinese or Japanese, whatever that is. So English here is what I'm choosing. But if you go to audio here, you see that if I come down on the music volume, which is what that is right here, let's say I go down to music, I'll usually like taking music down to like 30 or 35%, and turning the sound down a little bit as well, maybe like 80. And then I usually like going master volume around like maybe 85 or something like that. That's usually about where I set most games by default. And then I'll close that. But if I come back in here to options again and go to audio, you see that it didn't save my 35% music volume. Instead, it put it back up at 100. So because of that, I can't really do what I want. I don't want the music to be, overpowering. So because it's going to go back up to 100, I'm going to turn the sound effects up so at least they can be heard over the freaking music. And instead, to lower the volume, I'm going to go ahead and take this down to like 50. So the developers need to fix their music volume slider and make sure it saves whatever you set it at, because there is no apply or anything like that. So just a minor thing, probably a really easy fix. Hope the developers do fix that. So you have new game and load game is your only other options besides quit. So we're going to go ahead and go to a new game here. And here, I like this. It shows you kind of what your avatar looks like. You can kind of zoom up on him. You can see what he's wearing. You can spin him around, look at both sides, be like, oh yeah, nice butt, whatever. We're going to go ahead and call my guy Zax. And we see here, it shows you your attributes, your strength, perception, intelligence, and willpower, all set at 50. Another minor, beef and complaint to the developers, hopefully they fix this, is right now it kind of looks like, because there's so much spacing between strength and what it actually is, that it almost looks like you have 50 perception, 50 intelligence, 50 willpower, and then 50 what? These numbers, these values need to be closer to what they are. So strength should say, maybe a colon and a couple of spaces and 50. So 50 should be right here or something like that. Perception 50 should be moved over closer to the perception, etc. I don't know why this is laid out like that, but just a minor complaint or a minor suggestion to the developers to make this look a little bit better. So when we look at this, guys, we can be a male or a female, right? And when you click male and female, it gives you kind of a random option there. So what you can do is kind of like maybe keep going back and forth. So you can't just keep clicking male over and over again. You see it doesn't change. But if you do want that randomized, just go back and forth and, pick something that you like. So we're going to go ahead and we'll be this guy, big eyes or whatever, but that's fine. So you'll see here that it gives you a lot of different, you have a lot of different skills below your attributes there. And right now I'm a human, 100% human. So you have 10 points here that you can distribute, but you can distribute these to a lot of different things. So you can choose here kind of what kind of human you want to be. You want to be a survivor, costs you 0 of your points to do that, and it gives you a description of what you would be, what you would wear, jeans, undershirts, sneakers, etc. As you see here, it tells you that you have some mineral water to start with, and in your point shop, item point shop, what you have available to you there. So if I choose fire officer, look at the changes that happen here. not only up here visually, but more importantly right here. So you see that I start with some better protection here, and that's probably why it costs 4 of my points to be a fire officer. And I get some better protection there, and you can kind of see what that looks like here. You can be a hiker and get different, you get like cargo pants. So a lot of these clothing items that you can wear do have spots where you can increase your inventory capacity. You can carry more items, for example, if you have cargo pants, because they have a lot of pockets on them that can carry more stuff, right? But we're going to go ahead and just start off being a basic survivor. Here you can come in here and you can customize the colors of your shirt whatever you want. So for example, if I wanted to take this undershirt and I wanted it to be completely green, I could just move the red and the blue all the way down and then get green. This is almost the same sliders that I just recently put out in my Poggers game, so you can change Poggers to any color you want. The red, green, and blue with these 3 sliders like this, you can basically make any color you want. As you know, the 3 primary colors can make any color in the world. It's something you learn when you go through like art class or whatever. But let's just go ahead and give us a red shirt. There we go. And the more we have that, the lower we have it, the darker red. Let's just go ahead and have a basic red shirt like that. Why not? Jeans. Those look like pretty good, like faded jeans or whatever. We could make them more blue by adding more blue here. Looks good to me. Sneakers have been blue. No, let's make them more of a brown. A little bit less red. Maybe. There we go. There's a good brown. So now we have brown shoes. Alright, I don't really care about the colors anyway. We're probably going to be like finding different stuff in the game, and you're going to find all kinds of loot and stuff to play with and craft and everything else in this game. So here, if we hit next, this is where we can choose like our strength and stuff like that. We can basically use some of our attributes to increase our strength or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I care more about like the skills here. So I know that zombies and animals can attack me in the game. It's a big open world full of like danger. So I'm definitely going to want to be able to, I think I can click here and use like all 10 points, but I don't want to do that. But I definitely want to use some of my points for medical. I probably also want to, and you can read about what it does just by hovering your cursor over it. So survival, for example, it says nothing. We have nothing about survival, definitely something the developers want to fix. So it gives us information on every single, skill. Crafting, let's go ahead and up that crafting a little bit. And maybe give us some melee combat. Here, we have 5 points left. Let's go ahead and come here to the race value. So you can increase your points for like being a dog or whatever. I don't really understand all this. I guess you get you can be like 20% rodent, I guess, by doing that. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that. So here, if you want to change like your hair color or whatever, your beard color, or what kind of hairstyle you have, you can definitely do that if you want to. Or hair, see how you can choose your different hairstyles here to get whatever you want. So let's just go with that. And then if you want to customize the color of that, again, same thing here, right? You can customize that's my boxer shorts. We want to go, this is for your colors. We've already did that. So let's go ahead and just go next. And yeah, we have 5 points left. We want to come here. Trait point shop. This is what you want. So here, you can choose like different skills. So if we be a fast runner, our speed is 125% of what it normally would be. Or you can like take a 15% drop in your speed and get 2 points back. So if I chose that, I have 7 points here. But no, I'm going to go ahead and use 2 points and choose fast runner. And I think I'm also going to get toughness. It doesn't really explain. It doesn't have a definition there. But let's go ahead and get some toughness as well. So I don't want to be a slow runner. I want to be a fast runner. There we go. So now we have 3 points left. Good eye. Okay, that's probably so we can see. Yeah, sight range is a little bit longer. That sounds good. And a big stomach is going to allow us to hold more food so we don't have to eat quite so often. So we'll do that. That sounds pretty cool. All right, for first play anyway. So now that we've selected everything, all our attributes, the skills, and everything for our character. We're ready to begin. So this is you have a game guide that you can access at any time. It's gonna show you what the keys do. We're gonna go ahead and Gesundheit. I had to pause, or I had to mute myself to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze in your ear. But yeah, here's your encyclopedia, F10 and F11, and then WASD to move around. These right here, you might want to remember these for sure. CV and B are different types of attacks that you can do. Reload is going to be R. The action bar is here. This thing kind of looks like it's a little bit messy, to be honest. And then all your keys over here, do different things, and you can figure those out just by playing the game. So we're going to go ahead and run. It shows you have the character frames. It shows you have different attacks, action bars, base menu. And this shows you all your health conditions, how hungry you are, how thirsty you are. Your traits and everything like that can be accessed on these different tabs. And you'll get more familiar with it as you play it. The right mouse button is basically a button that allows you to aim your targeting cursor, whether you have a melee weapon or whether you have a gun or whatever. And the left mouse button would allow you to either swing wherever you're aiming or fire your gun. And then you can also do the secondary attacks with those C, V, and B keys by default. I don't think you can change any of the keys, so it doesn't have key binding, at least not yet. And then, yeah, it shows you your inventory, what weapons you're holding. You have a sub-weapon and a main weapon slot, and then that kind of thing. You can always come here and look at all this. You can train by hitting the L key, and then you can train different skills if you want to spend time doing that. And then more information about the changed skill system there. We're going to go ahead and close out of that and get into the world. And this is really when I first, logged into the game and I saw this, I was like, wow. But then when I used my mouse wheel to zoom out, I was like, wow, I can see, I have a pretty good range there just zooming out. But look at this. This is what's really cool. I can zoom all the way in that far. Look how close I can zoom in. That way I can get kind of details like if I'm really bloody or what weapon I might have or what clothes I found that I put on or whatever. It's pretty cool. And also the C, V, and B key. So if I do my normal attack, right here I'm holding my right mouse button and then I hit left button. Notice how I do. So if I just keep hitting my left button, I'm going to do different attacks, right? You see that it takes a little bit of my energy to do that. But if I hit C, V, and B, watch this. C. So that's kind of like a low punch. And then if I hit V, it looks like I'm kneeing the zombie or the wolf or whatever I'm fighting in the nuts, right? Wah! I also look at his eyebrows when I do that knee. It's like, ah! He looks like he's into it. Pretty cool. A lot of attention to detail here. And then if I hit the B key, that looks like an uppercut on the melee. So I like all the different attacks that you can do. And we're going to go ahead and come in here. Also, you see that as I move my mouse around, I'm looking all around me. Just like in real life, you can only see in front of you. You can't see behind you. So it makes sense that I wouldn't be able to see a zombie coming up behind me on the dark side, right? So I really like that as well. So there's so much to gather. You can gather, stones and rocks and trees, and I can come up here to this apple tree and I can forage it. And it says that I got an apple here, and if I hit my I key, I see that I have an apple. Now look right here, it tells me what in my inventory how much life I have. It's always good to know how healthy you are. You can also see that right up here. But you see that I only start off with a capacity of 6. So the water's taking up 3 units. The apples that I foraged from the tree are taking up 2. And I don't have much room left because right now I only have probably my jeans pockets to put stuff in, right? So let's go ahead and walk over here. Another thing too, look at this, guys. So I can't see those footprints, right? If I look over here, I can. But if there was an enemy coming up behind me, I wouldn't be able to see him if I was looking over here, right? But this, I like this. It says my tracks. So you'll see different tracks for different kinds of creatures, zombies, and everything that you can follow. Here I can forage a bush and I can get some wild berries. I hit I again, and I see that I am almost overflowing. So let's go ahead and drag the window. I like that you can drag these windows around. If you hit the U key, just remember U for you, right? Y-O-U. But that's actually going to show you and all your stats, like your health, your stamina, your mental fortitude, and mental strength right now when receiving magical or negative attacks, and increases slowly when eating delicious food. Okay. You also have like your hunger. Right now, I'm completely satiated and I'm a little bit thirsty right here as that decreases. You got to watch your hunger and your thirst. And then your vigor here decreases over time and can be restored by sleeping. So, this is your energy, if you would. So, I like that. Right now, there is no kind of temperature that you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about pissing or pooping or anything like that. But who knows? This game is so deep and it has so much depth to it that I wouldn't be surprised if the developer or developers added that at some point. So that's all your conditions. You can also click equip to see everything you're wearing, all your armor, and exactly how much armor it's providing. So right now you see that I have a total of physical 2.6 armor, and that's pretty much all coming from my genes mostly. And then you also have different elemental protection as well. So you have like your that's your encumbrance, but you do have protections against like fire, electricity, etc. So here's your traits. You see what traits you have. Remember, I made it so I have a big stomach, I'm a fast runner, I have a good eye, and I'm tough. And I kind of use some of my points to get that. And then actions here, you can drag all these actions down to your hotbar, but they're already there by default. So definitely like all that. I like to leave this on condition. And then you have all your stats here as well. You know, all your base attributes here, all your skills are right here. And then all your armor and, you know, balance and everything else is right here. So this game is really deep and it provides a lot of information to you all the time. So I've played this game. I've at least started a game 2 or 3 times now already. And it seems like every time you start, you're going to start right outside the front of a house. And I would definitely recommend going inside and getting yourself, you know, some food and maybe like a backpack so that you can carry more items. Because right now, as you can see, having a capacity of 6 is really, really low. So let's go ahead and come in here. Let's go ahead and click the open door. You can hear the door open really loud. And you see that, wow, we already have a gun. And every time I've started this game, guys, I've had a different looking house, but it always had bullets and a revolver right inside. So this is kind of like your starting area. So before we pick these items up and make ourselves encumbered, let's not do that yet. Let's go ahead and look for like a backpack or something to increase our capacity, our inventory capacity. So let's go ahead and start like in the recycle bins. So right here, when you click on this, you'll see that I see both recycle bins right here, and I also see both piles of trash down here in like the area. So you can click these here, or you can click them here to search them. Just go ahead and click here and search, and we see here that I have some garbage bags, which are made out of plastic. It says I can disassemble them, but it does require a cutting tool, so I have no cutting tool. So if I click that to try to grab it, I'm just actually putting it in my backpack, and now I'm like getting really close to being encumbered. So I'm going to go ahead and dump these, right? Right click, dump. Right click, dump. And now these are going to be like probably in the floor somewhere. We also see I have an open aluminum can, but really what I'm looking for is either something to increase my capacity. Let me pull that back up. Or something to cut all this stuff up with. So you want to find a cutting tool. There you see the garbage bags right there. So if we open that, again, we just have cans and trash. We don't really care about that. There's no cutting tool or backpack there. Let's go ahead and come up and check this big metal cabinet up here. It says it has 120 slots and 9 of them are used. So let's go ahead and find out what we have in here. So we have a safety vest. It tells you that's going to give me some armor at the cost of 3 encumbrance. Gives me 0.5 physical, 0.5 fire, 0.5 electrical, 0.5 environmental, different kinds of protection. Not very much. I don't know that I want to wear that. We have a filter mask as well. It has 6 encumbrance and gives me 6 environmental protection. I don't know. I haven't played this game enough to know if that's worth carrying or not. Right now, it's still not because I haven't found a backpack. So let me go ahead and hit I again to open that window back up. Continue to look around. Here we have a stove. We have some wreckage here, sitting by the stove. We come up here. We see a lab cabinet. Ooh. And in here we have a healing slot, a couple of first aid guides, and bandages. We definitely want to get all that stuff, but again, we want to go ahead and find something to put all this stuff in first. Look at that. We have more books. We have some scrap. Okay. Oh, we have some boxes down here, so let's go ahead and check all these boxes out and look for some kind of a cutting tool. Towels, we can cut that up into cloth. As you see down at the bottom, we'll acquire 4 cloth patches, which are good for like making different things. Look in this box here. Again, we're just finding more towels that can be cut into cloth as soon as we find something to cut. Here we have nothing there. We can look at the other box. Here we go. So in this box up here, we have, look at that, ta-da, we have a runner pack and a backpack. So if you double click it, you're going to equip it. If you drag it, you can move it. So let's go ahead and double click the runner pack. Not enough inventory space. What if we go ahead and right click it and click dress? There we go. And with that, we see we moved up from 6 available slots on our capacity to 32. And then adding a backpack, wearing both of these, if we can, would give us even more carrying space. So let's right click on the backpack, go ahead and click dress. And we are equipping both. And if we zoom in, we can see, especially if we turn around, that we're wearing both those packs. Pretty cool. And now we've increased our capacity from 6 all the way up to 77. And looky here, we have a pocket knife. We're definitely going to go ahead and take that. And now we can actually cut up some of this cloth and stuff. So let's come back up here. No cloth there, but we did have some cloth up here. Let's go ahead and disassemble that. And as it said, promise to 4 cloth patches. Come down here. We have several cloth here. Disassemble. Disassemble. And now we have, if my eye, if it drops off again, now we have 12. Oh, we've cut up 3 towels. That makes sense. We have 2 more boxes to search. Same thing here. So we don't need another backpack. These backpacks are all the same. 45. We're just going to go ahead and disassemble those and see what we get. We got more cloth. We're getting a lot of cloth, and I think cloth is going to come in pretty handy. So we're just definitely going to go ahead and take all the cloth we can get here. This is a walking cane. Don't really need that. If I disassemble, I'm going to get firewood. I don't really want firewood right now because I have a stove here. I don't have any need to light that right now. I have nothing to cook, and I don't have any lighters anyway. I don't have any matches or anything. All right, so now we have plenty of capacity to carry more junk. Notice the 44 cloth patches, even though it's only taking up 1 slot, it's definitely taking up more capacity here. So for example, to prove that, let's go ahead and dump all the cloth, and let's see what our capacity goes at. You see all the way down to 6. So just because it's taking up 1 slot doesn't mean it's 1 slot here. Everything has an encumbrance based on how much, how big it is and how much it weighs. So let's go ahead and search that. Let's go ahead and pick those cloths back up because I definitely want to keep those. They're probably worth the capacity here. We're going to definitely go ahead and pick up this gun and the bullets. Absolutely. And then we have a survival guide booklet. Okay, so let's go ahead and click that. Let's see if we can figure out how to train. I know if you train, you hit L for learn. Maybe you remember that by L by learn. So here in the training window, we can learn crafting, engineering, electronics, tailoring, cooking, survival. And I think this book was a survival. So let's go into survival here. And we can train, but before we train, we need to have scrap cans. We need to have can scrap times 3, which we don't have. All right, well, we saw some trash here. In the trash, I thought we saw some cans, maybe. Somewhere I thought I saw some. There we go, right there. So open tin can. We now have a knife, so let's go ahead and disassemble this. And we got can scrap times 2. What if we disassemble that? Now we have can scrap times 3. How convenient. So let's go back over here, hit L again. And if we go to survival, we now can train the, how to make shift tools, gain experience, training reserves. We're going to learn a recipe for a tin can knife and a scrap saw. So let's go ahead and train that. And notice it takes an hour. So this is where your speed comes in handy up here. You can go ahead and increase this all the way up to 20. And look at me actually working my ass off to train on how to make a you know, learning basically basic crafting to now I'm just standing there. So let's go ahead and put the speed back at normal speed. And if we click if we click L now, we see that under survival, we've already trained that. We got 40 experience, level limitation. So what we need to do now, that we learned how to make these two things, is we need to come into our crafting, and I think the crafting is O. Yeah, crafting is O. I don't know how you would remember that, but crafting is O. So if we come under, this is all cooking stuff. So we learned how to make an aluminum weapon. So that would be a melee weapon. I don't know. I thought we learned how to make that. Well, I guess we didn't do enough training to learn how to do that because it's not here in the crafting. Yeah, if you don't have the stuff, it still tells you the stuff you can learn. So I could make a wooden club. I could either make a wooden club or wood chips times 15, but I need a log. And I have the cloth patch, I just need the log to make that. So, well, let's go back and learn some more. Maybe we need to... Yeah, I haven't done this yet, guys. So, yeah, I don't know why I didn't learn... Can't click that or anything. Gain experience. Maybe I have to be a level 2 in training or survival training or something like that. I'm not sure. Let's go see if we can get some more can scraps and see if we can actually learn how to make this tin can knife. Just to see how this works. Okay, that's not... open aluminum can. We'll get aluminum scrap times 2. That's not what we need. What we need, again, to craft that, we need... your equipment. No, not that. I'm sorry. L. Survival. Yeah, we need canned scraps. So it's a different thing we have here. So we'll wait on that, guys. We're gonna just come out here. We're gonna go ahead and hit our inventory. We want to make sure we have our items and weapons equipped, which we don't have anything equipped yet. So let's go ahead and right now let's move our knife up to our main, and then our gun we can get wheeled. That's gonna put it in our... So in our right hand, our main hand, we have our knife. And if we right click and hit left, we'll swing. And then if we want to use our gun, looks like we need to... I don't know the quickest way to swap these, but you can just drag that over. Now we have our gun in our primary hand, and we can aim with our gun. But we have no bullets in it yet, so we need to reload that. So we can hit R and reload some of our 20 shells into our gun. Okay, so we put 6 shells in our gun, and our gun says 6 out of 6 right now. Cool. Alright, so let's see what's out here, see if there's anything we can shoot. I love how we leave our footprints behind as we go. A very, very cool game for sure. It's very in-depth. And so notice how fast we're walking, right? If we wanted to increase our walking speed, we could simply come over here, and then we could move really fast. So this is going to be a good way to get around really quickly. And then we could also go like 5 times. Just be really careful because you can run into a horde of zombies really, really quick. And then... I don't know why it's slowed down. We run out of... You know, we shouldn't be using more energy just because we're speeding up time. I'm not really sure why... Yeah, why it goes back down to 1. I'm not sure. We found some houses here, so looky here. We have a zombie. Alright, this is really cool. Now, there are animals as well. There's like deer and what's this? Is that like a dog? But he's not moving. Is he dead? Oh my god, did the zombies kill the dog? Bad. Alright, well this bastard is gonna die. So look at this, guys. Oh, there, he's coming at me. Okay. He sees me. We're gonna try to shoot this bastard right in the head. We got our gun as our primary weapon, right? So let's... Need to aim up a little bit more. Ooh. Okay, we have 5 bullets left. Oh, missed him. You want to get the range right on him. There we go. You want to get it close like that. He's almost dead. There we go. Cool. So we didn't take any kind of... We didn't get bitten. We didn't get attacked. We can search him now. And he has everything a zombie wears. Looks like it's dirty. Dirty police vest. Ooh, that. 11 encumbrance, but you get some good physical protection and stuff like that. I think we're going to take... Let's go ahead and dress that. And that should have increased our armor level. Okay. And we can't do anything else with this. We can't cut him up or anything, I don't think. Yeah. Like, I don't know why you would want to, but... And look at that, you see his blood. How cool this game is. You can see every time I shot him, there's a splotch of blood. See if we can figure out what happened to this dog here. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's dead. Dog carcass. Okay, so I hate to do this, guys, but we should be able to maybe cut the dog up and eat him. Hey, you got, when you're living in an apocalypse in a world like this, you got to do everything you can, right? Right click. No. There we go, butcher. All right, so now if we click on this pile, we see all the different... We have a tissue sample. Now, I think I read in the forums, the tissue sample for this game, you can actually learn chemistry or something like that, and you can use the tissue samples for like any kind of creature you find, and you can become that creature. So later in the game, as we advance our chemistry or whatever, somehow we can become like a dog, or if we get like a zombie sample or whatever, or like a, you know, whatever, a wolf sample, we could actually become a wolf. So that is super cool. I mean, that's definitely way more into this game than I'm going to get in this video. But here, I'm going to go ahead and get this leather. We definitely want that. We see, look at all these different parts. Like you have expiration date for the food. I could actually eat this raw, like parts of the body. Grotesque. It says raw meat grotesque. A handful of organs, including intestine, tripe, lung, liver, and brains. I could actually eat that right now and get 20 water and 100 food. I don't know if I'd get sick. I think because it's raw, I would guess I might get sick. Just like in real life, right? You eat raw guts, you're probably going to get sick. You have bones that you could use to make stuff. I'm sure you can use that to craft. Same thing with the fat. It says I could eat it, get 200 food. I have a feeling I would get sick if I ate that, though. But I definitely want these 12 chunks of meat. Hopefully we can cook them. They're good for 3 days. Go ahead and grab those. And right now we have 95 slots to put stuff in. Oh, God. See how that thing was coming up behind me where I couldn't even see him. Super, super cool. So we're almost out of ammo. Go ahead and come up here. Let's go ahead and reload. Cool. Now we can actually shoot that guy. This is a tougher one than the last one I shot. There we go. What do you have for me, buddy? A dirty hoodie. Dirty suspender. Dirty sneakers. Yeah, I'm not interested in any of that crap. Really. Again, you see the blood where I shot him. Pretty cool. But what I want to do is I want to check these houses out for more loot. Now, there might be zombies in here, so we have to be careful, right? Go ahead, shoot. Here? Zombies in here? Ooh, what is this? Oh, shit! That actually scared me. Alright. We need to reload. It's a crawler! Okay, let's go ahead and swip. I don't know. There's got to be a key to swap your weapons really quickly. But right now we're just going to do that. Where'd she go? Oh, she's dying? We'll cut her up here. Oh, I don't want to get too close. There we go. Alright. A bloody face. Wow. Could you actually wear that? It says armor point. It says armor. So I could actually put that on. Let's go ahead and try that. Let's go ahead and dress that and see what that is. Oh, wow. That's hilarious. So that's how cool this game is, guys. We're going to go ahead and undress that. And then we're going to go ahead and dump that. But that's just to show you what this kind of stuff you can do. Dirty wool pants, dress shoes, dirty suspender, and a trench coat. 8 encumbrance gives you a little bit of protection. No. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and leave that dirty zombie the way she is. And then we're going to come down here, and we're going to continue to search the house we went into. A very cool game, as you can see, though. You could end up making, like, the store's open. We could disassemble this solar lamppost. Oh, God. Where's he at? There he is. Oh, God. Alright. I wonder if we can take... No, we're not going to try... Oh, God, there's more zombies. And this is the kind of trouble you can get into. We saw something else there. Yeah, we can get into a lot of trouble here. You can run as well with shift, like this. But it uses up your stamina, right? And I don't know how far these zombies will chase us. Let's go ahead and hit I real quick. Yep, they're still coming. I. We want to get our gun back. We don't have that many bullets left. Reload. Yeah, we only have 3 bullets left, it looks like. Very cool game. Alright, let's go ahead and swap. I wish we had a better weapon than a scrap knife. Yeah, we have 2 of modest as well. I think the best thing here, guys, is to run, because I don't want to die. Alrighty, so we're going to run right now. Look back. Okay, they're way far away. Guys, leave me alone. I wonder if they'll lose us if we go up in the forest up here. Gotta be careful because we might run into a bear or wolf too up here, though. Okay, it looks like they might have lost us. So you can see that there's a lot of zombies down there in the town area. And, you know, we can worry about surviving here. We still got to come in and, like, hit you. You can see we're starting to get hungry. We are getting thirsty, so let's go ahead and drink some of our water. Eat. So you got to eat the water. I like that look. We could actually eat some more water. Love that look. Awesome game. Make sure those zombies aren't still coming. Let's zoom out. Yeah, they lost us. Alright guys, with that, that's a pretty good look. I think a first look at Nearly Dead. And we haven't nearly died yet, but I think you can see that if you're not careful, you can definitely get yourself in a lot of trouble. But you got a huge procedural map to explore every time you play, so it's going to be a little bit different every time you play. It's early access. The developer is definitely going to be adding more content all the time, and there is a lot of depth here. So I really, really like this game. I can tell this game's just deep as hell, and I think this game is a fantastic value, even at the $25 price tag. So, you know, let me know as well if this is a game that, you know, or this video has inspired you to take a look at this game, either buy it or add it to your wish list or whatever. I would love to know. And thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxxer99 with my first kind of look and impressions of Nearly Dead. A very, very cool open world sandbox survival game that has a lot of content already, and it's probably going to be getting more and more depth and content all the time. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxxer99. Take care. I'm going to go ahead and save right there. Peace, everybody. Have a good one.